Welcome back. I'm joined today by three experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. My first guest owns the TV studio that we shoot our show in, and he's come down to visit us for the very first time. Please welcome Willie Sheehy. Willie.
What's happening? This is all okay? This is like a studio. This is like a political thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a network.
All right.
Use it.
Yes.
All right. My next guest knows the importance of staying on the right path, especially when traveling to Grandma's house. Please welcome Little Red Riding Hood. Welcome.
Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
You all look like such nice men.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And my last guest is a survivalist who just emerged from his Y2K bunker just this morning. Please welcome Quinn.
I can't believe the world's still around. I for sure thought I was going to be alone.
No, nothing happened.
Yeah, going to marry a dog when I came up above ground.
Yeah, nothing. Computers kept working, planes kept flying.
Couldn't see that coming, man.
But you took your time getting out of your bunker.
Yeah, I could have left about next day, but I liked it down there, man.
I guess so.
Had a lot of blind melon.
A lot of blind melon.
Listen to a lot of blind melon, man.
Wow. Are they still around? Are they still a thing?
This is a TV show. This is
a TV show.
All right.
Yes. Let me ask you this. In Iowa, they've changed the laws so that disabled people can carry and use firearms, including blind people. So blind people are able to purchase and carry firearms. Let me ask you, Willie, what would you like to see disabled people be able to do, even if it sounds like a really terribly bad idea?
Oh, I have a nephew, Carl, who was born without a mouth. I wish he had a mouth. I don't understand. Like this show is airing. Has this show been picked up?
Yeah, it's
by the Blaze.
The Blaze, the network. Yeah.
And then does that network go anywhere? Is that just a collection of video that's being put somewhere?
It's a network, and it's broadcast. It's on Dish Network. It's
in America?
In America, United States. Yeah.
And what do people say after they watch this?
Oh, I wish there was another one to watch. I wish it was longer. I wish it was an hour long.
Wow, man, I'm in the wrong business, man.
Yeah.
If a building was the type of building that this show is, I'd go to jail.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Yes, that's me.
Yes. What is something you'd like disabled people to be able to do, even if at face value it seems like a terribly bad idea?
Oh, nothing seems like a bad idea.
Nothing?
No.
Never.
Disabled people should be able to do whatever they want. I just want to put it out there that I was once in a situation where I sort of gave somebody the benefit of the doubt, and it sort of ended badly for me. I was almost eaten by a wolf when he tricked me into being my grandmother. And when a wolf is wearing human clothes, let me tell you something, it is a lot trickier than you think it is. So I just want to warn Iowa that they might think they're doing the right thing, but the last minute, a wolf might try to eat you.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, I mean, it all worked out fine, and I do think that the wolf and I will be friends at some point.
Really?
But sure.
How's your grandmother?
She did die. She did. But
at the wolf's hand or paw?
yes, the wolf did kill her, and
But now you're
that's
gonna work it
my
out.
point for Iowa, that you have to be aware when a wolf is dressing up in grandma clothes.
Okay, interesting. Quinn?
I had a friend of mine who was in the bunker with me.
Really?
Yeah, this guy Gordy. He was crippled by my own hand.
What?
Yeah, well, we were in the bunker a week, and we had an argument about who was going to be able to eat the new Oreo minis. And I was like, dude, no way. So I took a ball peen hammer, and I just cracked at his spine until it broke in the middle of the night. So then he was, handicapped, and I was like, well, now I got to treat him special. So I fed him for a couple of days, but then I thought maybe radiation was leaking in the bunker, because I didn't know. Y2K, all the plants melt down, nukes go flying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I sort of panicked, and I went, I think there's gas coming in the door. So I took Gordy and I just shoved him into the door. And I think handicapped people can make good, like, when you're smoking a doob and you put a towel at the base of the door? Handicapped people are good for that too. Just shove them in the door jamb.
Turn them into draft dodgers.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is the kind of man that I want to have children with.
Seriously? What?
You would be a great dad.
I'm
No, what?
squatting in an abandoned missile silo.
Perfect.
Would you like to come
Yes.
visit me?
Yes.
Now I light fires, and we can have children because I don't believe in protected sex.
Okay.
And so,
Sounds wonderful.
is this show broadcast into places where people could watch anything else?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So they're like a person who's watching this right now has chosen to not change the channel.
they've made a conscious choice to watch the show.
I'd like to meet those people.
People
Now I'm
have
intrigued.
their own choices.
Thank you.
Yeah, listen to my wife.
This week's Under the Table sponsor is Steve Hathcock. Steve is what I think of as a South Texas Renaissance man. He's written and published 4 books about South Padre Island in South Texas, and he rents and sells metal detectors and gives lessons and seminars about metal detecting. So if you're ever in South Padre Island, Texas, and want a metal detector, a tour, or a book, or just a good conversation with a bearded person, Steve Hathcock is your man. Visit his website at southpadretv.tv. We'll be right back. You guys hit it off.
Smelling me like a wolf.
Yeah, so maybe you should be alarmed.
I do like it, I have to say.
Okay, before we leave, this week we had the 12th anniversary of September 11th, 2001, which
Big deal.
you missed, apparently.
So what? I don't get it.
Well, it was a terrible thing. It's also the first anniversary of the attacks in Benghazi. Willie, let me ask you this. What is something you'd rather not talk about?
Well, I mean, if this goes out on the airwaves, I'm not going to talk about how I was on the show. I don't mean that in a mean way.
Right.
Would it would be cool if just in the background I just walked people through and just showed people the space, potential renters
You're trying to rent out the studio now?
for October, yeah.
Well, I mean, we were planning on being here in October. I mean, that's certainly...
I mean, I don't know anything about showbiz. I think you should open yourself up to the possibility that this might not last that long.
Okay.
We'd be interested in seeing the space. We're a newly wedded couple.
And when you say bring people in, do you mean regular human people, or do you mean maybe these might be people that are possibly dressed as people, but they're really
Probably humans who
animals?
can rent a studio as well.
Well,
Okay, but are they really
You're not one to
animals,
judge.
Brian?
I would take animals dressed as people would
Thank
be
you.
a step towards
Fair enough.
normalcy. Yeah.
Red, let me ask you this. What is something you'd rather not talk about?
Well, I'd rather not talk about the situation that I did indeed talk about earlier when my grandmother did die at the hands of a wolf, and then I mistakenly lived with that wolf.
A wolf killed your grandmother, and for a few years you lived with the wolf.
For a few years after,
Didn't notice that it wasn't your grandmother.
I did not notice.
Big wolf, snout, fangs.
Not that easy.
Giant ears.
Not
easy.
as obvious as you might
Really?
think it would be.
Interesting.
And you were attracted to the wolf sometimes, which was weird.
Yeah. Well, it was weird, or was it weird? You know, because wolves are very masculine.
But you're
Yeah.
into your grandma.
Well, Quinn, let me ask you this. What is something you'd rather not talk about?
I had a family and killed them in the bunker.
What?
Yeah,
That's
I
not
ate
legal.
them. Well, rules are different post-apocalyptic.
But there was no
rules.
apocalypse. Y2K was
I
a
didn't
nothing.
know that. I had 1 bag of birdseed left.
You bought birdseed into your
Yeah. Well,
bunker.
because I thought, I'd seen Jurassic Park, right?
yeah.
And dinosaurs were birds, right? And then humans are gonna die in Y2K. And so I was like, what's next? Like dinosaurs, that's a switch. It's like dinosaur, human, right?
Oh.
And so I was like, dinosaurs are coming back. They gotta get the good seed, you know what I'm
So
saying?
you bought birdseed for the
Are
dinosaurs.
you a bird?
I
Because
can't.
this is concerning, because I cannot go through this again. If you are a bird, then I want to know. If you are a human man, then you can tell me. But if you are,
I don't know what you're talking about.
all right, all right.
just
I have
prepare
to
for
go.
the
I have
idea
to go
that-
through the woods.
This might be the last episode. Of
I
the
understand.
show. Like,
No.
I don't know anything about TV, but just be open to that. I think.
I will pass on. All right, that's all the time we have for this week's BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. Join us next week for a brand new episode. Like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, share our videos at carlosdanger.com. And if you see Anthony Weiner in a McDonald's, he's not running from the press. He's looking for a job. Good night, America.
I cannot believe I've been duped again. I cannot believe this has happened to me again.
Bird.
How does this keep happening to me?
You're
Naive.
very innocent. You're
So innocent. He's a chicken.